Over the past couple of months, my YouTube feed has been completely bombarded by cute, ergonomic, Ghibli inspired, aesthetically pleasing desk and PC setup. And for the most part, I was determined to just appreciate and look from a distance. But then every day that I sat at my not cute, ergonomic, Ghibli inspired, aesthetically pleasing desk, I realized that I wanted something different. I dreamed of something cuter, something more pleasing, something better for myself than what I had at that point. So I caved, I got influenced, and I decided to just go for it. So I have never built a PC before in my life. For the most part, whenever I set up a desk, for whatever purpose I was using it for, it was there to be functional. So I haven't really ever set up a desk to be functional but also aesthetically pleasing. So I'm determined to make a PC and desk setup that is nice to look at within a budget because this girl has a budget. At the end of this video, I'm going to be breaking down or just giving a brief overview of how much everything costs to get, everything set up. For those of you who might be curious about maybe trying this at some point. Also, disclaimer, if you are using this as a guide to do a PC setup or a PC build, no, don't do it. I do not know what I'm doing, so take that as you will. You can, I'm not gonna stop you, but there are so many better sources of information on how to build a PC than what I'm gonna show you, so use those. To introduce myself, hi, my name is Sean with an A, and let's get this PC setup done. And so these are the items for my PC build and desk setup in general. I am just following a guide, so these are the items that were in the guide, except for a couple of miscellaneous like the keyboard and mouse. This is my first time building a PC. If you have built a PC before and you have any suggestions, I am so open to hearing them because I don't know what I don't know. If you have suggestions, comment down below. I am more than happy to hear them out.
Three hours later.
Child. Anyways.
It's at this point in the video that the fever I had been fighting pretty much the entire day hit me like a dump truck trying to send me to another world. After I put on the tabletop and screwed it in, I was done. I don't even remember how I screwed the table on. That is just how over it I was at this point. The next day, couldn't even get out of bed. I was so sick. Everything was on pause for 2 days before I could get back to it. So I gave up again. First of all, this took me way longer than I would like to admit to set up these monitors. And it's not like it was difficult to set up the monitors. I was just, I couldn't, I couldn't think. It just took me too long to recover from whatever it was that had me. So I set up the monitors. I made sure that my laptop could connect to the monitors. And then I just left everything for like 2 weeks because, honest to goodness, nothing was computing. There was no capacity for anything.
And so we don't have the capacity.
There was nothing. I couldn't think clearly. I couldn't do anything clearly. There was no capacity. There was nothing. I was done for. So this project was on pause for a good 2 weeks where I just had everything like either on the floor or everywhere in my room. And so it took me a while to get back onto it again. So all in all, this entire setup took me about a month. I had budgeted in time about a week. That didn't happen. It took me a whole month just to get everything set up, which is, I mean, it's fine, but I definitely left some space to grow, especially on my walls for like posters and stuff like that. I know I'm gonna be adding to that, so there's some empty spots here and there. And also on my PC shelf, I'm gonna be adding figurines there, so I figured I would just make some space right now rather than filling it up and then having to move everything later. So this is definitely not the final form, but it's the final form for now. I'll do an update in the middle of the year, at the end of the year, just to show if anything else has changed. But for now, this is what the space is like, and I'm really liking it actually. I definitely wanted to do more in terms of the setup and adding things and the PC build and everything like that. However, after some serious researching and Google reverse image search on the PC setups I was watching,
Insufficient funds.
those setups were not in the budget at all. Some of the setups, and especially the PC builds, that I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to do something like this, but like make it my own, or build this and then just use my favorite colors and stuff like that. The price point had me clutching my non-existent pearls. I was in shock. At minimum, some of those were like $2,000. So I just had to put those in my wish list for later, especially because this was my first build. I didn't want to like throw $2,000 on something I have never done before or tried before. I wanted to play it safe, just in case I don't know, accidentally connected the PC wrong and it blew up. I don't know. I wanted to play it safe, so I went with a budget build rather than a more high-end build that I wanted. Also, slight tangent, is there some kind of pink tax on white PC parts or something? Because I swear, every time I try to find a component in a white colorway, it was like way more expensive than the regular or black version, or any other color version for that matter, for the exact same specs. I do not understand it. I was trying to understand what the difference was, and I was getting kind of mad because I wanted my PC to have white parts in it and things in a white colorway, and I couldn't do that because they were way more expensive than just buying it in a different color. It probably is some kind of a pink tax, like a PC pink tax or something. I guess they just mark it up to be mean. I don't know. Back to the topic. We'll talk about how much I actually spent for this entire setup. I spent $1,303.18, which wasn't as much as I thought it was gonna be, but definitely kind of teetering around a place that I didn't want it to be. For the PC alone, I spent $586.71. That's just for the PC, not including my peripherals or anything like that. I did splurge a little bit, especially like on my keyboard, because I like the color of my keyboard, and it also has like silent switches, which aren't silent at all, but they make excellent thok. So I saw somebody trying it out and they typed with it, and I was like, oh, you're coming home with me. It was a splurge. I was going to go for something cheaper, but you know, I like to have nice things sometimes. But all in, the whole cost of the setup, the PC build, and the peripherals, all of that was $1,303.18, which is pretty comparable compared to some other PC builds I've seen. Some PC builds I have seen out there, that's somebody's rent. That is like somebody's rent for like 2 months. This was pretty comparable, and it was PC plus peripherals and everything associated, and cables and yada yadas and all of that. So I wasn't too mad about it. At the end of the day, I actually really enjoyed building this PC and getting everything set up. I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if I wasn't so sick. With the strength that I had, I enjoyed what I could do. Did this PC build make me lose my mind a couple of times? Yes, and I properly compensated myself by getting myself a couple of sweet treats. But did I have fun at the end of this? Yes, I did. I actually did have fun with this entire build. 10 out of 10 would recommend building your own PC if you're interested in it. There's lots of really fun guides out there to follow, and the guide that I used, I will throw the link down below. I would recommend it. If you have any interest in doing this, definitely do it. It's a lot of fun, and you could probably spend a lot less than I did and still have a really good machine. Anyways, thanks for watching. Go get yourself a sweet treat, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.